Hello, everybody, and welcome to week number 3 of the Liquid Pasture Community League. I am Leloop, and joining me today on stream is a member of my own team, actually. His name is Jihad. How are you doing, Jihad?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about you?
I can't complain, Another week of the LPCL. I know that you're not I don't think you're a member of the Liquid community, are you?
I do go to teamliquid.net often and read the forums. I don't actually post.
Lurker,
only
okay.
post to my name.
I was a lurker for a little while myself, too, and then I just kind of started getting
Yeah,
into it.
definite lurker.
All right. No, but anyway, this is a community league for the Liquid community, of course. We have started it up. Awa was the one who brought it up, and I've since taken over for various reasons that we're not really sure. It's personal reasons for Awa, so we're not really going to get into it. But anyway, I now run, manage, and do commentary on it, and I'm very happy to have you along for this one.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Alright, so anyway, the game today is between Crunchy Pirates and Ice Cubed. Ice Cube being Bikini Lena right now, apparently in the lobby here. A very interesting team name, different thought, I will say. But anyway, we can see already that the bans are going pretty quickly, and so far we have a Nyx, a Bat Rider, and a Magnus all banned out.
Yeah, pretty standard so far.
Yep, and I mean, four of the probably the most powerful heroes in my opinion. Nyx, obviously being one of the best supports, or even all-around players, as you can run him pretty much any lane. You can run him in an aggressive tri-lane, you can run him a defensive tri-lane, you can even run him solo mid, as we've seen teams like Team Liquid do a few times now. And he's very hard to deal with, so no surprise there that he was banned out so early, even over typical bans like the Darkseer.
Ever see the Coddle ban? That's pretty expected. He's one of the most annoying heroes to play with.
Yeah, and especially if you're trying to run any kind of offensive tri-lane or just in anything in general, he's got so much good he's got such good anti-push that he can just take that away from you. We can see though from the picks so far, I mean, a Darkseer and then responded to immediately by a Shadow Demon and Leshrac. So starting out interesting, I have to say.
Yeah, second pick Leshrac. That's 10 seconds remaining. I don't usually see that. I'm not saying Leshrac is a rare pick, you know what I mean? But you usually see he's kind of like an all-around pick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, especially now with the Shadow Demon, I feel like they probably didn't have to pick him up so early, but he can be really good. I mean, Edict pushes towers really well. I mean, he combos incredibly well with Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon disrupts, and then as long as you have the timing down, the Split Earth hits pretty much will hit every time. And there's nothing really an opponent can do about it. And it allows you to have some really good ganking opportunities and for some roam as well. But anyway, I mean, we see Darkseer and then dying on the other side. To me, Darkseer is probably one of my favorite heroes to play. I love his whole skill set. He's just so versatile. He can do pretty much anything. He can jungle, mid, off lane. It's just impeccable how much he can do.
Yes, I love the Darkseer. From vacuuming people onto high grounds to his ultimate, changing team fights. It's such a good hero.
Yeah.
This Phantom Lancer pickup, I have to say, I expected that. Because I don't think they wanted to give Shadow Demon a Phantom Lancer illusion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the illusions are pretty good with the Undying W as well.
That is definitely for sure. I mean, it's a lot of damage that could be coming out from a Phantom Lancer, especially if he's been given the Shadow Demon to create illusions, and then all of a sudden you've got double army of illusions coming down the lane, and you just can't really do a whole lot against that. The Gyrocopter is the perfect pick, though, to counter that. I mean, obviously, a carry Gyrocopter putting points into Flat Cannon there is going to be able to take down the illusions relatively quickly, so long as he has the farm for it. So it's going to be interesting to see what's picked up now. I mean, both teams, unless you're going to send the Darkseer mid, both teams still need a mid. Both teams still need a bunch of things.
They could send the Gyro mid if they wanted to. But
that is true, but I don't think that if you're going to be trying to run your carry Gyrocopter, and you're not going to be focusing so much on the nukes, then I think it's probably better to send him the safe lane and make him the hard carry. Not to mention there are still a lot of good mids in the pool. I mean, really, other than Bat Rider and Nyx being banned out, and Magnus, I suppose, as well, you still have a lot of mids, although I imagine that we're probably going to see a bunch of them banned.
Yeah. First ban for the Dire team here was TA.
Yeah. Which, I mean, speaking of, TA's has been really funny. She's fallen off quite hard
She really
lately.
has, actually. That's so true.
And I think, especially now with Silencer being in the pool, that TA is almost going to be never seen because an immediate counterpick to any TA is going to be a Silencer, almost, I feel. Because Silencer just has the ability to win that lane so hard against her and just
Absolutely.
breaks everything that she wants to do.
I've seen so many teams in high-level games and streams now just like first ban silencer like right off the bat.
Yeah, and it's going to be funny because we didn't see that at all in yesterday's games. I think the only team that picked it or banned it, I believe, was Empire, but I can't be sure. I wasn't able to watch a whole lot yesterday, unfortunately. But I know it wasn't banned out or picked in the Liquid games, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't banned out in the or picked in the other D2L games.
I was
The
watching Cinderin stream a tournament. I don't remember what it was. It might have been the Defense 3.
mm,
And he was playing it and banning it a lot.
yeah,
Like,
he's what was it, XMTW now? Is that oh gosh, I'm so it's not that I'm so forgetful. What's his team name now? It's RD Redefining Madness, I believe.
something like that, yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's a 3 question mark tag. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure, but don't quote me on that one.
I
But
watched him in that Fistful of Tangos tournament. Did you take a look at that?
I watched a little bit of it actually.
Yeah,
Um,
that was pretty interesting.
yeah, I mean, I would have loved to see the whole thing been done with the with the new mode, but obviously
Mhm.
Valve didn't have it out in time, and so it's it is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, another mid ban from the Dire here with the Brewmaster.
Yep. The Brewmaster ban and the Nature's Prophet. I'm not really sure about the Nature's Prophet. I mean, I guess it
Yeah,
makes sense, but I feel like that was not a ban that they really needed. Phantom Lancer gives them so much push that if then a Nature's Prophet is almost redundant in my opinion.
absolutely.
Um, we do see the Queen of Pain being picked up though for the Radiant side, which is in all honesty what I felt they were probably what they should have banned maybe, but
Hmm.
who knows? Maybe the gyro will go mid. I know some people really like gyrocopter against Queen of Pain. I know other people don't so much, but it's all a matter of preference. Oh, and there you have it. There's a silencer
There it
pickup.
is. There it
The
is.
silencer mid versus Queen of Pain. I'm
I'm
I
so
was
excited.
I was thinking about this actually not too long ago. I know on our team, Heaven Shall Burn plays a very good silencer. Not to plug the team or anything,
Oh,
but
really?
he plays a very good silencer. And I was thinking about it, like who that would match up well against, and I was thinking about Queen of Pain, and I'm still not sure exactly how the matchup goes. So I'm going to be very interested to see what happens in this.
When I was watching Cinder in the stream, he played a silencer versus, or no, excuse me, he was the Viper versus a silencer, and he just got dominated because
Mm,
Viper doesn't have any active skills to turn last word off, so he takes the entire disarm duration every time,
yeah.
and you just can't engage the silencer ever, you know?
Mm, yep. But that's the thing. I was thinking about the Queen of Pain. I mean, if you've got Blink, then you should always probably be safe because that's an easy
Yeah,
spammable
you can
spell.
blink away, but still, like, you can't blink in, you know what I mean? Because you blink in and then you're silenced, so what are you going to do, scream or just run away?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think the thing is that if he skips Curse of the Silent, which is what I feel he should probably do, because Curse of the Silent is never going to do anything to Queen of Pain. He's going to have to max out Last Word first, and maybe go Last Word and Glaives. Curse of the Silent, he could probably just skip this whole game. I mean, maybe,
Mhm.
because by the time he's going to have it maxed out, it's going to be completely useless, in my opinion. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that matchup just to see what develops from it. But anyway, last pickup from the Radiant here is Chikiro.
Kiro, yeah, pretty standard support there.
Yeah, I feel like he's fallen off a little bit. I feel like Earthshaker's now kind of gotten him back to being a little bit better, maybe, in some ways.
Yeah,
Fisher.
people were using Jakiro a lot there whenever they changed that ice wall up,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and now he's kind of like evened out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, because if you max out your Ice Path first, you're getting very little damage. I mean, the damage at level 1 is just 25, which is nothing. And then you have to max out both Ice Path and Dual Breath, it seems, in order to do anything. And it's he's a hero that requires a lot more levels now than he did before, that's for sure.
Hmm.
So, I mean, in some ways, I feel like Earthshaker might be a little bit better in that regard. Maybe in other ways, he's a little worse. But it's all, I think, player dependent as well. Because if you have somebody who can hit Ice Pass well, that's going to be very good, especially with the Macropyre still being as good as it is.
Hmm.
So
I would almost like to see an Earthshaker pick from the Dart here versus the Undying Tombstone, Phantom Lancer Illusions, and Darkseer Ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, an Earthshaker pick for them would be very good. I think if they do that, it would be forcing themselves into an offensive tri lane, and then you don't really have a good solo. So I think we're probably going to see a solo laner here. But an Earthshaker would have been a good one. Oh.
Someone's having technical difficulties.
Well, they're taking their time.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have taken a lot of time up. I'm not sure who's left for off lane though. Is the thing. Okay, and it's going to be a Weaver. So, interesting. They're running they're running like a 3 semi-carry lineup almost. I guess would be the best way to say it. And it's going to be interesting because I just don't feel like they have the lockdown for this. Maybe they do, and we'll see how it plays out. But we'll have to wait and see.
This is certainly going to be an interesting matchup. I don't think I've ever seen a lineup quite like we see from the Dart here.
No, it's a very interesting lineup. It's I don't even know how to describe it.
I know, right?
They just all right. It'll be fun to watch, that's for sure, though. Anyway, I'm going to start off with the introductions on the Dire team. On the Silencer, we have Frost. On playing the Leshrac, we have Snowman. Aisha is going to be on the Weaver. Boobsies is on the Shadow Demon, and Happy Moocow is on the Gyrocopter. And you can do the Radiant if you want, starting with Orc in Space. If you.
We have Orc in Space on Phantom Lancer playing that hard carry position. Cosmos on Darkseer is going to be doing the hard lane. Aaron playing Queen of Pain, probably going to be mid. Then we got Toad playing the Jakiro, and Mr. Wiggles Undying going to boarding this game.
Yep. And a shout out to Cosmos. I will give a shout out to Cosmos running on the Darkseer. He's a good man, it seems. But we're going to see. You can see Crunchy Pirate, or not Crunchy Pirates, Ice Cubed already moving down into going for the Radiant Jungle.
Yep.
Aisha drawing.
To see this level 1 team fight, although it doesn't look like the Radiant is quite ready for it.
Nope. And Darkseer though is going to be able to drop the wards pretty much for free, on up top here. Well, this is going on. We'll see though if it's going to be an offensive tri lane, which I mean is a possibility. Gyro, Shadow Demon, and Leshrac do make up a pretty strong offensive tri lane. Although you are going to have Undying and Jakiro against you, which is very good as well done defensively.
Yes, they are. We got Bikini Lena, I guess, eyeing out the Undying over here, but he's going to back away, and he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, and the Phantom Lancer also saw the pings go down, and he's going to be running away. So, I'm surprised Snowman's so deep right now. He's they know he's there, so I did see that. But he's probably going to be running around, or roaming, sorry, with Boobsies. Because that's probably the best part about having a Shadow Demon and Leshrac on your team, is it gives you a lot of roam potential. With the disruption, the splitter.
Really nice.
Oh, and they're already going on Queen of Pain. This could be first blood, if he times this right. Oh, just missed on the timing.
It and she gets the blink off.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. They have a decent amount of damage, but... Oh. Excuse me. It's hard to say if they have enough damage at level 1 to do that.
Gyrocopter's up here with an invisibility room, but I don't think he's going to bother with the Rocket Barrage on the Darkseer since he can just surge away.
Nope.
But this was a good opportunity for Darkseer to go ahead and try and get level 2 while the entire Dire team was in the Radiant Jungle.
Mm-hmm. And he's pretty much almost got it. And But Leshrac and Shadow Demon are both rotating around. Although this is cute. If you take a quick look down at bottom, the Weaver is eating a path into the trees. And but anyway, we'll check out the top here. Because I think
beats Darkseer to level 2 though.
Yeah. So Darkseer was playing a little defensively, I have to assume.
He was.
Yeah.
Which was good because Shadow Demon and Leshrac came down and attempted, a gank.
Yep, and they really want this gank here. Oh, he's gonna have to surge away. I'm surprised he hasn't used it yet. If he gets caught by the disruption, yep. And then maybe this time they'll get the time. Oh, they got the timing right.
They did. Is this gonna be first blood?
Oh, he survives with 3 health. 3 health he survives with. Wow.
That's why he saved the surge, because he didn't want to surge and then immediately get disrupted, because then the entire duration is spent in the disruption and the stun. So that was really good play from him.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I'm a little bit how to say it. I'm a little what's the word? I can't think of it. It's debating on that one, I should say, is the best way to describe it. Because had he surged, he might not have gotten disrupted in the first place.
Well, yes, if
that's
he
my
surged,
feeling.
Much earlier, perhaps, if you still had that ward there, you know what I mean? But it's been dewarded.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even see that. Yeah. Huh. That's an interesting counter ward to it. I didn't.
Was in position there. I feel like waiting was probably the best bet. But Gyrocopter's just getting a lot of farm in this top lane, just all by himself, which is pretty good for the semi-carry team that we've got from the Dire.
Yeah, I mean, he's already sitting at 14 of 8, and he's going to get 2 more guaranteed pretty much. He is tanking a lot of the creeps, though. I mean, he has the health pots, and I believe Shadow Demon and Leshrac both have one as well, in case he needs them. Yeah, he does. They do. But he did tank a lot of it, so maybe it's something where he doesn't feel comfortable last hitting under tower. You know, there's a whole lot of reasons why you would do that, and it's not like he doesn't have the regen for it, so it's not the worst idea. All right. Anyway, checking out mid, Shadow Demon and Leshrac are smoked up. They got this Queen of Pain caught out.
Sure
Oh,
do.
good. And they got the.
Just right.
Oh, this should be a kill.
It should. That's
there. Oh, there's first blood given to Frost on the. And he gets the 2 intelligence from having last word or Glaives of Wisdom skilled. So I mean, that's a good start for him.
Absolutely.
And that is exactly what he needed. Yeah, and you can see the Darkseer is actually rotated down to pick up the farm. And Shadow Demon and Leshrac are still moving.
Yep, they are. They're rotating bottom. I wonder if they're going to try for more.
They have to know something's up, though. Yeah. It's a sentry ward, but they did deward it. They have...
Well, no, there's an observer ward right there, though.
Okay, yeah.
I see them right now.
Yeah, and Undying spotted them when they gave out the pings when they dewarded them on the sentry. I'm curious to see if they're going to hold down here and maybe go tri-lane versus tri-lane. It's an interesting tactic, having your just 2 supports roam. I mean, but the thing is, they got the kill, so they're at equal level to the supports in the hard tri-lane. So, you know, maybe it'll work out better for them. Excuse me.
You know, before, Phantom Lancer was doing better than the Gyrocopter in the gold per minute chart. But since First Blood, Silencer has taken them both, and Gyrocopter is doing much better now.
Well, that's what First Blood does. I mean, though we can see... Oh...
Phantom Lancer's going to pick up the skill down bottom, though. So
yeah, Phantom Lancer got the Leshrac, but Weaver got the Chikiro.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I didn't catch the Phantom Lancer chasing, but I was watching the Weaver and Chikiro. Oh, and we have a disconnect, so we'll have a slight pause. But yeah, as you were saying, First Blood gave a big advantage to him. I mean, Queen of Pain has her bottle, I think, right now on her way to her, but Silencer has already had his bottle up. He's got 1,200 in the bank. So, yeah.
Silencer's just off to a fantastic start.
Yeah,
I'd like
and
to see him pick up boots.
yeah, I mean, spend the money, man. If you got the money, spend it. But I mean, all things considered, though, Gyrocopter's leading in last hitting. Oh, and a big.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the Phantom Lancer. Sorry, I was watching the harassment up top. Figure out where this Phantom Lancer died. Oh, they got Okay, and who?
Pain resumed, and I don't think Phantom Lancer was ready.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I should probably comment on that.
I mean, they're on the same team. It's kind of her fault. Like, no offense, but
Nah, I'll happen to mention it in the lobby next time. I mean, it's not. It wasn't the enemy team that did it, so I'm not gonna say anything.
yeah.
So, but anyway, you can see in last hitting if you check that out. I mean, Silencer's sitting at 25 and Gyrocopter's at 36.
Yep. Gyrocopter and Silencer are still doing really well in the gold chart.
And I apparently have having a sound issue. Hopefully, that'll help. Give me a second.
It's still early, but the Dire is in a 2,000 gold lead.
Yeah.
As well as a 3,000 experience lead, so off to a good start.
But this Gyrocopter's way far out. I mean, he uses call down, but I mean, if there's any reaction, yeah, and he's gonna die.
Being top, yep.
and that's a bad. That's not what you want to have happen. I mean, granted, he's gone for phase boots, which is a little interesting in my opinion. And give me a second. I'm gonna just check to make sure that. All right, but anyway, yeah, I don't think he really had to dive. I mean, he's sitting up on top of the last hits. He's got 42. Oh, and Shadow Demon and Leshrac just happened to wander down south or down to the mid again.
Just scaring the Queen of Pain back off the line.
And I mean, they're doing a really good job controlling the Queen of Pain. She's 6 now, but Silencer is already 7.
Absolutely, and well on his way to 8, and they've freed up so much space for him to farm. He's doing really well on the last hits.
Now, it's interesting to take a look at this. If you take a look at Gyro's skill build, he's actually maxed out Rocket Barrage and is now getting Flat Cannon. He has no points in the missile, so I almost feel like it's more of an off-carry Gyro. But, I mean, it's very interesting to see this, because Weaver has... I mean, Weaver's doing the normal Weaver build. He's got a Ring of Aquila up. And then Silencer hasn't bought anything yet. He's sitting on 2,000 gold. So I have no idea what he's up to.
I'm not so sure about this Gyrocopter build, considering he dove without homing missile. I don't know what would compel you to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little hard to say, in my opinion. I agree with you, in all honesty, that it probably wasn't the best idea. But he's actually also got a Ring of Aquila coming up to him now. He's got a Ring of Protection and two branches.
Yep, down bottom it looks like they're going to try and go on Phantom Lancer.
Phantom Lancer is sitting at low health. He's got 275 right now. And Weaver...
full mana, and he has his Invisible ready.
Mm.
And I don't think anyone has Dust. Oh yeah, Shadow Demon has Dust.
Yeah, but he is doing something that I'm not particularly happy about with. He's got 3 points up into Spirit Lance, and then he's actually put 2 extra points into Doppelwalk. Whereas the stats, I feel, the best build, in my opinion, for a Phantom Lancer is to max out Spirit Lance, get 1 into Doppelwalk, and that's when you can do other stuff. Oh, and Weaver is taking a lot of damage, and he reverts back into the middle of the enemy. He drops the Tombstone.
But the defensive disruption from the Shadow Demon will go ahead and back Phantom Lancer up off him.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a little bit of harassment back and forth, as we can see. And
just some posturing.
Yep.
Shakira comes down to help them out, but the Silencer illusion.
Oh, Silencer is taking some big damage. He's down.
He sure is. Queen of Pain.
Good burst damage by the Queen of Pain. Got in, bursted him down before he even had a chance to react.
That Queen of Pain ultimate, even if she gets 6 late, it's still going to be a lot of damage. You know
yeah, I mean, 350 damage, big AoE, level 1. I mean, you're talking some pretty substantial damage.
That's unfortunate for Silencer that he went down, because he has a regen bottled up. So if he had just lived, you know.
He jumped out of the seat because of that blink. They really want to dive this, and
Shadow Demon gets the Undying with his... I don't actually know.
Oh, really? He got it with the Shadow Poison.
Yep.
And Jakiro's sitting really low now as well, and he's walking right back into the enemies. So they're going to know right where he is, and Weaver's going to go for him. Oh, Weaver gets into the ice path.
They're going to get him.
Weaver gets him. They don't know where the...
Now they're stuck back here with this TP support.
But Undying drops the Tombstone and lets them both out. Oh, that's a lot of damage, though, coming out to Phantom Lancer.
Sure is.
Or from the Spirit Lance on what do you call it, Leshrac.
I would like to see him pick up Tranquil Boots right now. There it is.
And you got the... Phantom Lancer's going for a Hand of Midas.
Yeah, he got the really early Hand of Midas. And that's the only time I feel as if it's really good, is when you get it really early. And in this game, I can kind of see it making sense, because he's against 3 semi-carries, so if he can just out-farm them, game's over, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still a little worried about it just because of the way Flat Cannon does work. It's not like they're completely done late game. Flat Cannon has the ability to do a lot of damage to all of Phantom Lancer's illusions. But, I mean, it's... Yeah, exactly. And it's just going to be very interesting, because they do have 2 extra carries, so their mid-game is going to be really strong if they decide to 5-man there. And, I mean, Silencer's ult is very good, all things considered. His ult is one of the strongest things. I mean, we're talking at level 1 a 4-second silence for everybody on the map, or every enemy on the map. Oh, and Silencer, the pings go down on the Jakiro coming up, and we have another disconnect. And
Darkseer, tap some internet, some issues. He's back. Okay. Let's go.
yeah, Queen of Pain keeps resuming the game, and
It's not too big of a deal.
yep, that's the thing. I just wanted to kind of
Mention it, yeah, of course. Silencer is maxing Curse of Silent after last word. Interesting.
I'm not sure if he really needed to do that. Oh, Queen of Pain though is taking a lot of damage from that last word, and now she's silenced and she's taking the Curse of the Silent damage. She has to spend it. I mean, she basically had to use that up, or else she would have died.
Mana for her ultimate, and she has no bottle charges, and Silencer's just looking really good.
Yep, I mean, Silencer just basically got her completely out of lane now. And if he had, in all honesty, I'm thinking if he would have used his global silence on that, he probably could have killed her.
Perhaps.
I'm not sure exactly how much he had left, and I'm not sure exactly how much oh gosh, how many more things.
Damage from this Weaver, and Weaver's going on Phantom Lancer.
Oh, and they got the disruption up top here.
Yep, and they have the Sentry Ward down bottom for Weaver, and
Oh. Oh gosh, too many kills everywhere. I didn't even happen to see the ones up top. I switched over to the bottom. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
a triple kill.
Top. No one actually goes down bottom. Just a bunch of people getting low.
Wow. And now they're going to basically push this tower with the Darkseer.
That's a free tier 1.
Well, Weaver goes down as well.
Weaver off when I'm not looking, of course.
Yeah, I happened to blink away. I saw his health going down and I tried to get it, but seems like the Jakiro got him with that Sentry Ward.
Yeah, that's really fortunate for them because the Sentry Ward's duration is almost up, so.
And yeah, this is going to be the tier 1 because I don't think Gyrocopter is going to be able to defend this against 3 heroes up top, and Darkseer just cut the creep wave. Oh, Shadow Demon is TPing right in, and the pings go down. This is a problem. He's right in the middle of everything.
But the decay misses, and the ultimate from Gyrocopter goes down, and it's doing a bunch of damage on Darkseer. Will he go down?
Oh, 2 more TPs coming in up top as well. Shadow Demon, or Undying is being chased by the Silencer. Yeah, he doesn't have a TP scroll on him. Oh, but he drops the tombstone.
But yeah, now he's
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
And the Gyrocopter gets it, but the Weaver gets the Darkseer. I didn't even catch that on the backside.
Yep.
So what? A bunch of trades right here.
Really good opportunity for the Radiant turns out to be not so good.
And now, I mean, if we look at the gold graph, it's sitting a little 2,000 in favor of the Dire team, and 2,000 experience as well, just a little bit over it. And apparently, I'm having more sound issues.
They had gotten it back like right before that team fight. They had gotten back into it, and if they take that tier 1, they actually take the lead.
Excuse me,
with
one.
TP support coming in, good team play.
And
now they're definitely going to get this tower with Edict. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm apparently having some more issues with my sound.
No problem. Should I cast?
Alright, just let me know if anything happens, and I'm gonna try to. Oh, I see Weaver going on Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, Weaver's going on Phantom Lancer, definitely.
Keep opening up everything else.
Other than that, just the 2 supports posturing for position in the middle of the map by the enemy.
Okay.
Gyrocopter picks up the illusion rune.
Alright.
Way mid.
You can hear me just fine, by the way, right?
Absolutely.
Alright, so I don't know what the problem is. I've turned up the sound on everything else. Anyway, taking a look at it, it seems like they're going hard for this mid tower here. Oh, and there's the scream, and Gyrocopter goes down, and they're going to try to get Silencer, but I don't think they're going to be able to.
I agree. I don't think they're going to be able to.
But
but Queen of Pain's going to blink in and go for it. And he gets the heal from Undying, and Undying's taking the turret, and Queen of Pain finishes him off.
Undying is going to be very low, though, right now, and you can see Weaver going down there for him. Both of them are very low. Weaver misses, though, on the thing, and Eron's just going to...
Is he going to get Queen of Pain, though?
Nope. Going to TP back to base. He is going to chase this Undying. I don't know. I don't know if Undying knows. One more Scoochie and he should be good in range. Yep, and there we go.
Nice.
Oh, Jakiro Ice Path just misses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So, I mean, they go two for... They basically go two for two. The Darkseer did die up top to the gyrocopter, I believe is what it was.
Shadow Demon.
Or yeah, Shadow Demon got the gyrocopter, or the Darkseer. So, I mean,
All in
it's...
all, a good trade.
Yeah. And they did get the Silencer, which I think is very important for them to do. The Silencer is now level 10. The Queen of Pain is level 12, actually. And she's sitting at 7 kills.
Pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, Queen of Pain's sitting on 7 kills, 2 deaths right now. Silencer is only 1, 2, and 1.
Yeah, that triple kill top really helped Queen of Pain out.
Mm.
She wasn't doing so good before that.
Yep. So taking a look around, I'm checking out Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer's level 10 right now. He's got his Vitality booster, and I imagine he's probably going to be building the Diffusal Blade second.
Mm-hmm. Shadow Demon and Leshrac are smoked up in the enemy jungle looking for a gank.
Uh,
Are they going to find PL? He's sitting on a little health. It looks like they're going to pass each other. Interesting. With Weaver here, they might actually finish him off, though.
Yeah. He's
If they get
taking a
advantage
lot
of
of damage,
split
but he's got to watch out. Oh, then they get the dust off on him.
They're going to get him if they time this right.
Oh, they mistimed
they
it.
don't.
But he's still got the
gonna
Soul
get him
Catcher
anyway?
on him, and he's purged now. So yeah, they are going to get him.
Okay. Just costed an extra ultimate. No big deal.
Yeah, and I mean the cooldown on it's pretty easy. It's 45-second cooldown, so it's not the worst ultimate to use on the world, and especially for getting a kill on the Phantom Lancer as well.
100% worth it. I would definitely like to see Shadow Demon pick up Mana Boost right now. This very second. And he did.
Oh.
Fantastic.
And you can see Gyrocopter. He's got up his Helm of the Dominator, and he's using this to stack Ancients.
Mm-hmm.
So smart play by him.
With Gyrocopter is just so powerful because of that flat cannon.
Yeah, there's nothing really that you can do about it unless you try to steal it. But I don't feel like they have anybody who can take the big stack. Oh, I didn't.
At the bottom tower, yep.
Oh wow.
Another successful gank from the
And they'll get this tower. I mean, this tower is going to be free for them pretty much. Leshrac gets it.
There's nothing that the enemy team can do about it.
Yeah, and he's going for the... It's interesting because a lot of builds lately for Leshrac have been Lightning. So it's very interesting to see an Edict, a Split Earth Edict build. Oh, a big Global Silence.
Support and they're gonna have to back off.
Yep, and he was going to chase the Darkseer.
The Silencer has a DD bottled up, so if he wants...
Yeah, I mean, if he had popped it, he probably could have gotten the kill. Excuse me. Anyway, taking a look around, I'm trying to see if anybody on Dire team has a mech started. It doesn't look like it. No, okay, Silencer is going for the mech, which that's actually really that's one of the things I really like as far as Silencer goes. He can be a good mech carrier. Oh, Queen of Pain's gonna get. Oh, the vacuum. Beautiful ultimate from Darkseer, but he actually prevented the Queen of Pain from getting a couple of kills. They are, however, the Undying almost goes down. He gets the Gyrocopter, but Weaver's going to pick up 2 or 3 here. Weaver gets a double kill right on that. Oh no, Shadow Demon got credit for the second kill, but Weaver managed to do a lot of damage on that.
And in that fight, Weaver finishes up his Lincolns.
Yep. Undying survived with barely any health. He's actually down to 14 right now.
Nice.
The one decay saved him pretty much.
That could have been such a good team fight for the Radiant side if Queen of Pain had just waited a split second on her ultimate to do it in the middle of that vacuum.
Yeah, and then they would never have had to even chase, and Weaver would not have come in at all.
Everyone just would have died.
So a bit of miscommunication on their part. You see the Phantom Lancer up top. He's pushing the top tower. Gyrocopter's just going to be able to clear that out instantly, though. Between Flat Cannon and Rocket Barrage, that's just free farm for him.
Indeed it is.
And so he's sitting up at 132 last hits. He's got a Yasha, the Helm of the Dominator, Phase Boots, and a Ring of Aquila. Phantom Lancer, still has the Hand of Midas.
Phantom Lancer's build, I love him going heart first because I feel like against these semi-carries, all he needs to do is live. He's going to do the damage if he just lives.
I mean, he is sitting at 105 damage right now, although I'm still a little torn on it. I think Diffusal Blade's just so good on him.
Well, of course, it would be really good versus the Silencer.
Oh, but he's going to find the Courier, and he's going to get this kill if he can. One more shot on it. Oh!
Not quite. Not quite. So
Oh,
close.
but they didn't move it around, and he's gonna get it anyway.
Dyer's
Yeah,
mid-tower.
that's a little disappointing. But they're gonna
Oh,
go for this
and
kill.
Darkseer's gonna.
Darkseer,
Darkseer took a
I think,
lot
is
of
gonna go
damage. I think
incredible.
he'll be okay. Oh no, it's Weaver's gonna catch him. Weaver's gonna get that kill.
Yep, Weaver is gonna clean him up, and Weaver continues to get kills.
And the Phantom Lancer's gonna have to doppelwalk in order to get away.
But he's getting really close to his Reaver now.
Oh, Leshrac catches him. Let's see what happens. Oh,
and
good
he
split earth.
Nice shot. And drops the Sentry Ward. That's kind of interesting. But at the same time, he needs the Sentry Ward to de-ward anyway.
Yep. And Silencer, meanwhile, denies the mid tower here. And they're gonna try and they're gonna contest the bottom tower as well. So,
They're gonna save it. That's good.
well, yeah, and if they're, it's not gonna be in deny range, which is, I think, in all honesty, ideal.
Right.
Denying the gold would be very good.
Absolutely.
We can see Gyrocopter actually
Might be
hasn't
in
had
deny
it.
range almost. Not quite.
No, no. Oh no, it is now. Actually, it just got into deny range with that last shot.
But they don't know.
No.
Oh well.
Oh, I have no idea what's going on with my sound. Apparently, I'm having some kind of sound issue.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, it says that my sound is good. I don't know. Huh. Give me one more minute. I mean, I guess I'm gonna check out my sound again.
Should I continue to solo cast?
Yeah, if you could for right now. I'll
Okay.
be a minute.
The Radiant or the Dire team is grouping up mid. It looks like they're gonna try and push. Right now, they're just kind of cleaning up these Phantom Lancer illusions. So.
All right.
Dying's pinging bot or something.
Looks like we lost one.
All right.
Shadow Demon is drawing a line. Looks like they want to go and smoke gank.
They
bot.
disconnected again, though. I see. So I don't even know. I don't know what's going on with my mic right now.
I hear you just fine. Dark
Huh.
you see again. We paused, so you have time.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out how the stream is going. I guess I can try to listen to that. I mean, because I haven't heard a whole lot of everything.
I would like to see Darkseer finish his mech as soon as he reconnects, because he has it, and it looks like a team fight is about to happen, and that would be just.
I mean, I have. I'm listening to the stream. I hear myself, so I'm not sure what's going on, what people are talking about. I know you're a little. Hold up 1 second. All right, but anyway, yeah, I was listening to the stream. You're a little low. I know, I noticed, but I can't really. But I think that also might be.
They are going for a smoke gank, and it looks like they're headed bot. There's 2 heroes here for the Radiant right now.
Yeah.
This could be a really good pickup for them. For the Dire, that is.
Yeah, I
Both
mean,
have an escape, so they're gonna have to be careful. I'm pretty sure they have smoke.
if they go on the Phantom Lancer, oh, they're gonna go on the Queen of Pain. Oh, but she's gonna blink away. They didn't get this
Wow.
combo.
If-
And Phantom Lancer's gonna be basically just going away. He
Oh
did get
my
dusted.
gosh.
They saw him, but and he's gonna TP. If he TP's out now, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get him. Oh, great split earth!
Breaks the TP.
And they're gonna kill him. This is gonna be a dead. Oh, and that's another
It is.
death for the Phantom Lancer. That's 3 on him right now.
That could've
Queen of
been
Pain does
so
manage to get it
successful,
out.
though. I need to mention something really important. Silencer blew his ultimate while Queen of Pain was in the disruption, and it didn't apply the silence. So as soon as she got out, she was able to blink away. And so that could have been 2. But
Yeah.
either way, they get the Phantom Lancer, which is probably the more important target there. So I'm sure they're happy.
Yeah, I agree with you. Still. I'm
Dyer's top.
not really sure. I'm gonna check out my sound again. This is getting a little frustrating.
Dyer's got one last top tower.
Queen of Pain takes out that top tier 1, which
Yep.
is a good pickup.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They couldn't
and
do anything about their bottom tier 2, you know, at least get a tier 1 for it.
why? Okay, this is getting a little.
Go for Roshan, they can't do this. Like, the Radiant knows about it.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
they
now
have
my
to,
sound
they
is
are
really
burning
loud.
down pretty quick.
All right, I just boosted up my sound. Hopefully that'll change up some things.
They have this ward spotting, they're gonna get some sort of warning. But Darkseer's here and he gets purged.
Oh, and he gets disrupted as well. Jakiro with the
Right,
ice path and the
but they
macro
can't
fire
do
down.
The split earth because the rest of the team there, and now they're gonna team fight. Split earth on none. Weaver's getting Jakiro really low.
Jakiro's really low right now. He's got to watch himself, and Weaver's going for him. Weaver gets him, in fact.
He does finish
Oh,
him
Silencer
off, yep.
picked him down.
So now, that's really rough for the Radiant because they were trying to stop a Roshan. Instead, they give away 2 kills, and now the Dire's probably gonna get Roshan.
Mm-hmm.
Top towers getting beat down.
Sure. I mean, but the thing, Gyrocopter's really low. I mean, who do you give the Aegis to, in all honesty, in this? Do you give it to your Weaver, who just picked up his Demon Edge, which I assume is the beginning of a Monkey King bar? Do you give it to your... Oh, Queen of Pain's going back in, and she gets the Gyrocopter.
And Queen of Pain finished off the Gyrocopter, so that's rough. And yeah, they do end up giving it to the Weaver.
Yeah, I think that's the right move, though. The Weaver's probably your best farmer right now, and he's gonna be a really good hard carry come later on in the game.
With the Gyrocopter dead, it's definitely should go to the Weaver.
Mm-hmm. So good play there by them. Good decision making. I'm still gonna be messing around with sounds for a little while.
I would have liked to seen the Gyrocopter go back to face instead of hang around for Queen of Pain ulti.
Yeah, I mean, he basically got himself caught out there, and so it's a little tough to say what what would have been exactly best, but
They're just kind of making art on the minimap right now, and I don't really know what they're trying to say to each other.
oh, you know what? I know why they can't hear me. I just figured it out. They're not watching on stream. They're watching on the... Oh, I'm an idiot. Do you have an open mic enabled, by the way?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you should enable open mic. If you enable open mic on the game client, I gotta mute my Cobra. Yep, okay. So I just figured it out. I'm sorry to anybody who was watching on Dota TV. I did not understand exactly what you guys were talking, listening in on the stream, and now I can go back to changing my sound settings so that this way I'm not screaming over top of everything. So sorry to everybody about that. My mistake.
Yep, sorry about those technical issues. I hope we have everything worked out. I think we do, though.
Anyway, I believe that should be okay.
Gyrocopter's got his Helmet Dominator and Mana Style picked up.
Yep, he's got that picked up. The Weaver, I mean, he's got enough for his first Javelin in order to complete the Monkey King bar, and which I assume is what he's going for next. Silencer has a Force Staff and the Mechanism up. Looking at Darkseer, Darkseer also does have the Mechanism up as well. And he just actually picked up some smoke.
Fight this right now. Queen of Pain has DD up and haste in a bottle. They're back now.
Yeah. I don't think that would have been a good fight for them. Checking out Phantom Lancer, though. Phantom Lancer did finish the heart first, so he was going for that, like you said. But, I mean, they have the burst damage, that's for sure. They have the lockdown, which is also really good. The Diffusal Blade, to me, if he would have gone Vitality Booster and then the Diffusal Blade and then the Heart, I think that probably would have been better.
I feel like the Heart would be good if, like, as soon as he got it, they pushed instead of this, where he's farming nothing. Well, right now they're doing Smoke Gang, so...
Oh, but they're not going to catch anybody with this, are they?
They're not. Nope. They see this coming and they expect it.
Yeah. That's cute. They have the Centaur is attacking the Tombstone. The Centaur that was stacking the Ancients there. Oh, and Jakiro is taking a lot of damage, and Weaver wants this kill. Weaver is going for it. He's diving hard, and he gets it.
That Jakiro took so much damage from the last word that it's ridiculous, and then Weaver was just... Of course he was able to finish him off.
Yeah, I mean, Jakiro right now is level 11. Silencer is level 15, so...
And
I'm surprised.
Weaver's gonna get Undying, too. He's doing so much damage right now.
Oh, yeah. And he's 500 away, so basically this tower and a little bit more farming, and he's going to have the MKB. I do appreciate this about the Weaver. He hasn't even bothered to upgrade his boots. He's got the Ring of Aquila, the Magic Wand, the Lincoln Sphere, and I'm not paying attention at all, and Queen of Pain just gets a double kill.
Oh, I missed it too.
Yeah. Too focused on the Weaver and what he was building.
Me too. I would like to see the Weaver use his Aegis.
He's still got... The Aegis still has a lot of time. I mean, he's still got another 2 or 3 minutes left on it.
Yeah. So he's doing alright.
Yeah, I mean...
He finished up his MKB, it's coming out to him in the courier, so he's doing really well.
Yeah, and now is the time I think that they can push. Because if they want to go for that mid, I don't think they can go for that right now. I don't feel. Maybe if they want to push this top tier 3 or the tier 2, I should say.
They should definitely wait for Shadow Demon, but I think it might be rough because Darkseer still has his ultimate, so
Mm.
I don't know if they really want to like roll up in their territory
Yeah.
with the opportunity for a vacuum, you know.
Yep. Queen of Pain though has the Scythe of Vice finished, and she is going for the Aghanims next.
Interesting. I would say that that's got to be for the Weaver, but he's got his Lincoln, so
Yeah.
let's just Shadow Strike it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the Shadow Strike first and then you try for the Scythe of Vice, that'll work. You got to pop that Lincolns first, and I don't think they have too much that can. The Spirit Lance can pop it, I know, and Soul Rip can. If you get Undying and you coordinate and he does a Soul Rip to pop the Lincolns, then that would be good.
That would be good. I would also like to see a Demonic Purge from the Shadow Demon to get the Scythe of Vice off of.
Mm. I actually didn't think of that. I'm still a little new. I'm still a little new. I will fully admit that. So there are some
no,
interactions.
It only does enemy units.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was gonna say.
The
Yeah.
Fusel Blade can definitely do it because that's just a purge. I really like to get Diffusal Blade on anything that turns invisible so that I can Diffusal Blade myself when I get dusted.
Yeah. And that's a good way of doing it. I mean, a Diffusal Blade on a lot of people is a lot better. It's a very underrated item, I feel. I mean, granted, on Phantom Lancer it's standard because Illusion Heroes just benefits so much from Diffusal Blade. Oh, and we can see Dire. Yeah, Dire's pushing the top tier 2, like I thought they should.
I like this because
and if they get
pretty powerful right now, considering that Phantom Lancer is not quite 6 slot yet, while their carries are doing pretty well, like Gyrocopter, like you said, got his mana. You know,
and then Dying wastes the
he's
Tombstone.
got all his points and all of his abilities, so he's pretty much as powerful as he's going to be.
Huh. I don't think this is very good engagement from Radiant. They've wasted the Tombstone. They've wasted the wall. I mean, Darkseer is now not gonna have the wall at all, and so they're gonna be able to put pressure.
To see the Dire push this issue right now as soon as this wall is up.
And they're having Weaver split push the mid, and Queen of Pain denies the tower, but that's a minor victory at best.
That last word again on the Jakiro.
I mean, he's only got 1138 health. And he's taking a lot of damage from that. They need a pipe up, I almost feel like. I feel like they really do need a pipe. There's so much magic damage that can come out.
Definitely help them out so much.
But I mean, who do you get to farm it?
Ulti and the Edict and the Shadow Demon poison. There's a pretty good vacuum, but no.
I would love to see a Macropyre right now. There it is.
There it is. It's there with the Tombstone, and the Gyrocopter ulti goes down. It's on Darkseer only, but he doesn't. I don't think he's gonna go down.
No. Oh, he gets some Weaver or Silencer gets him, actually, and Queen of Pain gets the Leshrac, but just trading kills. He gets the Shadow Demon goes down as well. They get the CC on the Gyrocopter. He's gonna go down. Oh man, this Queen of Pain though loses out to the Weaver. Weaver reverts, but he's at low health.
He could pop. Lancer's full health because of that heart, so Weaver cannot stay here.
Yeah, and they're gonna
line up being out.
Queen of Pain bought back for that though, so I mean it was 4 for 3. The Undying didn't die, but Queen of Pain bought back, and they didn't really get a whole lot out of it. Rage buyback. Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
That's funny.
I mean, they bought back in order to try to get the Weaver, but they couldn't have done anything really about him. So he was probably not good putting it on cooldown, because if you take a look at it, buyback status, he doesn't have it for another 5 minutes or another 4.5 minutes now.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that buyback. But like he said, it was rage buyback, so you know.
But they are going to get the mid tier too. I don't think there's any way for them to defend this.
I don't think so either. And you see you see Phantom Lancer picking up his Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, he's got the Diffusal Blade. He's actually got a Yasha, yeah. And so he's going to get this. Yep, and Phantom Lancer gets the tower. And Weaver gets the Queen of Pain in the... Weaver gets the Queen of Pain, and she cannot be happy about that.
She cannot be happy. Her buyback's still on cooldown. So much rage. What's she gonna do? That's funny.
I think the Lincoln's was on cooldown, and so when she daggered...
Oh, that's
When she daggered, yeah. Oh, the
Alright, well,
gyrocopter
there's
is
a
getting
good
way too
gyro.
aggressive though, and this should be a kill. Purge down, vacuum back, but he gets the
Oh,
Jakiro, and he's gonna
Silencer.
get the Darkseer.
That could have been 3 for none though if Silencer had 4-step gyrocopter when he wasn't facing towards the enemy team, but at the same time, like it's pretty difficult to coordinate that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you all have to be right on top of it. Phantom Lancer gets the haste rune, he's gonna get away. But still, Phantom Lancer and Jakiro are the only, or Undying are the only ones surviving. Jakiro's gotten 7 deaths. Queen of Pain started out really strong, but has been falling apart lately. And Roshan's about to respawn, and they're probably going to go for this again and get another Aegis.
I would like that from them.
Weaver's actually sitting on 4,000 gold right now. I'd like to see him pick up something else.
Experience lead is strongly in favor of the Dire by 10,000. The gold lead is very similar.
Yep.
The only hope that the Dire has is this Phantom Lancer, who is still doing well.
Yeah, Phantom Lancer's doing well, but against this much, the gyrocopter...
he's a small hope, don't get me wrong.
Gyrocopter has up a good amount of items right now, so he's doing a lot of damage. And then
maybe that's why Queen of Pain decided to hex him in that last fight, so the Phantom Lancer could really shine with those illusions.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to really happen is that the Phantom Lancer has to get up a little bit higher. Phantom Lancer does have a good amount of net worth, though. He is the highest on the board right now, as far as I can tell. Although Weaver still hasn't bought anything, so I'm not sure exactly how that works. Phantom Lancer is sitting highest on the board. Queen of Pain's, though, behind the other 3 semi-carries. So it's interesting to see how it's going to work out. Silencer is also sitting on 4,000 gold, so I don't know what he's going for next. He hasn't even started to make anything. And Gyrocopter's got 1,400.
I think a sheep stick would probably be pretty good for Silencer so that he could get the Queen instead of her blinking away, you know what I mean? Or maybe get the Darkseer before he ultis.
Well, the new meta is Rod of Atos. You heard it here first.
Oh.
So, no, I think a sheep stick would be the better idea. I gotta change up some stuff on the open mic threshold. Maybe I'll turn that down. Yeah, I'm having some audio issues this game. Oh. But anyway, taking a look at everything.
The Shadow Demon has a Sands. That's interesting. I've been seeing a lot of supports get this lately, actually.
You know, I know exactly what this is for. Actually, he's probably going to build it into a Heaven's Halberd, and this has to be a Heaven's Halberd, or the makings of it. And
disarm.
Yeah, and that's, if Phantom Lancer's not going to get a BKB, so it actually works out really well on him. Phantom Lancer does have a Manta style now as well, so he is really well farmed as it stands. And yeah,
we were talking during the picks how we were worried about the Shadow Demon Phantom Lancer combo, Shadow Demon giving him the free 2 illusions to start his illusion army. Well, now he's got the mana style to do that.
Yeah, and look what they have to do. They have to literally commit all these people just to kill 3 Phantom Lancer illusions.
Yup, that's because of that heart he's got. All those illusions get that health too.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I mean, of course, he would have had the heart now if he had gotten, the mana earlier and been moving quickly. But
yeah, I still just feel like he probably, the Diffusal Blade I think is probably the first thing you should go for, in my honest opinion. The more damage you can do, especially your illusions do, the better, in my opinion.
Especially with that mana drain, it just helps so much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and look, they're committing 3 again to pushing out Phantom Lancer illusions. And they still haven't even gone to bottom, and bottom's going to be pushed in pretty hard as well.
Not only do those 3 have to be there to push those illusions out, the other 2 have to be in position, because you don't know if the team is behind those illusions.
Yeah, and we're seeing from the Shadow Demon, he wants to wrap around for a smoke gank.
Yep,
and he does have a smoke on him, so he's got the people to do it.
Looks like they're going to meet up in these woods and go for it.
Uh-huh, but Gyrocopter is getting chased by Queen of Pain.
Yep. Gyro's so fast right now with the phase boots.
Yeah.
And the Manta.
And it looks like Radiant Team wants to force this fight. I mean, they've got all 4 there. I don't know what Undying's doing right now, in all honesty. It looks like he's probably going for a pipe. He's got a Ring of Health and a headdress. So I assume he's probably going to be making the pipe if he can.
See, this is a rough situation for the Dire right now because they're trying to smoke gang bot, but Phantom Lancer's up top, split pushing.
Mm. Yep, and he's not even staying on the map that long. It's all illusions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Here they go. They're going to find Queen of Pain, but she's got a haste rune. I don't think this might literally have ruined the smoke gang.
Oh. Great global silence,
out.
though. And she's going to go down. Queen of Pain goes down. Oh, and they do see.
She could have lived if she hadn't committed so much to the gyrocopter.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think really, in all honesty, if the silence was any later at all, the gyrocopter was going to go down, and she probably would have lived. If that didn't happen and they weren't smoke ganking, she probably would have killed the gyrocopter. Silencer, though, yes, has to watch out. He's got 3 people right around him.
Mm-hmm. I think she needed to stay out of the range of the demonic purge because that clinched her haste and made her really slow.
Yeah,
so that was a big problem.
Yeah, well, she didn't see them. They were smoked up and wrapping around originally. So that's the one thing.
The entire issue, you know what I mean? The smoke counter gank, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, and granted, she got the vision off of the Phantom Lancer illusions, but they've been trying to really hard to shut down those illusions. So you almost have to know at that point. Yeah, and he's going to go for bottom tower, and he should be able to get this. This should be a dead bottom tower.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Oh, look at the damage. It's just melting. Oh, but they're pushing mid.
Darkseer with the ultimate, and he drops it on nothing.
Yeah, well, he did get last worded, so I guess maybe he didn't notice that when he was dropping it.
I think he probably could have vacuumed 2 into it, but I still don't think it was quite necessary. But either way, it's not. Here we go.
Big team fight.
High ground. We've got a macro pyre and a gyrocopter ulti all going down.
And Weaver's going to use his, oh gosh, I forget the name of it, his ulti to revert and get back. Undying is walking in the middle. Gets a good decay though, but he is still going to melt. Look at the damage.
Weaver gets the tower, and that's just more gold for him. And now they're trying to clean up these Phantom Lancer illusions, and I think it. Oh, but Undying buys back, so they're still in a team fight.
Yeah, and this is just a really long and drawn-out engagement. I'm not sure who this really bet. Oh, great ulti by the Queen of Pain. Oh my gosh! And look at the damage on Silencer. She gets the gyro. She gets the Silencer. I think Shadow Demon bought back. Or no, never mind. I thought she got 2 in her ulti just alone. But I mean, they got the Silencer and the gyrocopter. Granted, they didn't get the Weaver, but still, that's a big amount of damage.
They got the gyrocopter with the ulti and then the ice path to stop the Silencer, and they did a ton of damage to this 2-3 bottom tower. Like, it's sitting on 160 health right now.
Oh yeah, and that's the illusions. I mean, that is technically deny range, but I don't like the idea of denying tier 3s.
Yeah, I don't like denying a high ground tower unless they're on the high ground. You know what I mean?
And yeah, there's the Heaven's Halberd.
He picks up the Heaven's Halberd. You were right.
Yep, and that's the most. That makes the most sense. I mean, a Heaven's Halberd against that Phantom Lancer. I mean, even, and this is just like one of those really weird things. Even if you Heaven's Halberd on an illusion, that's still a big part of Phantom Lancer's damage that's taken down. I mean, they do. I forget I forget the math on it, but it's like 25% damage. So 25% of 210 per shot. You're still taking away like 50 damage a hit.
Which is a lot whenever you got 6 illusions beating on you.
Oh.
But Weaver's going on Phantom Lancer down bottom, and Phantom Lancer doesn't really seem to notice or care, I guess.
Yeah. The regen for the heart, when that kicks in, he's just going to gain it all back anyway.
Do you really want to stay and fight my army of illusions, Weaver? Like, do you really?
Yeah, and Weaver decides, nope, I'm just going to TP up top and go up there.
I don't want to stay and fight your army of illusions, Phantom Lancer.
But anyway, I mean, we'll take a look at the gold graph right now, or XP. XP is, it was worse for the Radiant side, but now it's getting a little better. Gold graph down to 8,000. But
yep, and here's a smoke gank coming from the Radiant side, going to try and make that XP graph look a little bit better, and they're going to catch the Strack and Silencer, it looks like.
Oh, they need to catch the Silencer. They need to go on him. This is the kill that they need. Oh, but he gets 4 stats.
Out of the ice path, that was sick. And the magnifier goes down, and the gyro.
They're not going to get anything though. They're not going to get anything out of that.
Nope. That's unfortunate.
This will be a nice stack though for Phantom Lancer. That's
Yeah,
that's the benefit of it. They are taking Gyrocopter stack. And I'm trying to click on Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer's got 1200 and the Midas off cooldown.
And he just finished his day. He's doing a lot of damage.
Yep. And
He's gonna go ahead and block this spawn with his illusions like a boss.
does block it off successfully too.
Weaver finds Undying out of position though. Or, well, really, I guess Weaver's out of position since...
No, Weaver at this point, he's got his ulti up. He's got more than enough damage. It's going to be... He's a hard kill. He's a hard kill. And he could die pretty much with impunity.
As well as the Lincolns.
Yep. So he's got the physical evasion. He blocks one thing. He's a terror right now, and he is the last thing that you want to see pushing a lane. Because you know you're going to need to deal... You're going to get 2 or 3 to deal with it. Oh man, look at the damage.
Creeps so fast.
Yeah.
And now they're doing that split push again. Weaver mid and the rest of his team bot. I wonder if it's going to work out this time. Last time all they got was a tier 3 tower.
He should be able... He's going to get a kill on this Shakiro. This Shakiro's got to watch out. He could go down. Although they have to commit so much just to the Weaver, and they get the tier 3 bottom for that.
They did. You said it. They had to commit so much to that Weaver, and now they come down bottom to try and team fight, and the Darkseer ultimate goes down, but the Gyrocopter ulti as well.
Oh, Darkseer has his own army of Phantom Lancer illusions. Look at the damage they do. Oh my gosh, Phantom Lancer is melting to his own illusions. Thankfully, he was able to create more, but my gosh. Oh, and
Barrage going down on Undying.
Shadow Demon's got no health left. Gyrocopter also goes down. The Silencer is going to man up against the Queen of Pain, but he's going to die to Phantom Lancer as soon as he gets in there. Yeah. But they did. Oh wow, Weaver gets the racks, and he almost gets the kill on Queen of Pain. Purge, but the Purge doesn't really matter because he has Scoochie.
Yeah,
and he's just going to TP
they
out.
take mid racks, they take a melee bot racks, and they're just sitting pretty.
Yeah, and now the tier 4s are getting damaged as well.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
That was crazy with the Phantom Lancer illusions.
Yeah, I mean, so much damage.
I'm not sure if that was Darkseer illusions or Shadow Demon illusions.
It had to be Shadow Demon, obviously. Darkseer's on the Phantom Lancer team.
Yeah.
So that was my bad on that call. It was the Shadow Demon illusion. Oh. Flash farming Queen of Pain with the ult. It's on a 40-second cooldown though, so not a big deal to use it.
But it's so funny with this because the Shadow Demon illusions obviously get the properties of regular Phantom Lancer illusions, so they make their own.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'd love to see. I don't know if I'd rather see a BKB or a Butterfly out of Phantom Lancer. I mean, granted, the Butterfly's going to be a little bit less useful because the Weaver has the Monkey King bar, the Gyro King has a Monkey King bar. But
I agree. I definitely think.
But I mean, I think a BKB might be actually exactly what he needs right now. Although it's hard to say because, I mean,
he's gonna
Phantom Lancer finishes off the tier 3 tower. Wow, this is actually a lot more even of a game, and he does have boost of travel, so he can be anywhere that he wants to be. And Weaver pings on Roche. Roche is back up, and it's the 3rd Roche, so he has Aegis and Cheese. This means, and that's going to be a big thing if Gyrocopter can get the Cheese, or I mean, even maybe put it on Silencer, because Silencer is doing a lot of damage as well right now. He's got 30 intelligence stolen. It's always hard to see with that graphic. I believe it says 30.
Yeah, I think it says 30 as well.
So, I mean, he is dishing out a lot of damage. I mean, 195 just on his right clicks, plus the 75% intelligence. So, he's dishing out about 250 per right click. And we're going to see...
Gyro takes the cheese.
Yep, they do give Gyro the cheese, which, I mean, is also really good. He's also dishing out a lot of damage right now, 260.
See, this is a problem right now, though, because they're posturing to push mid, but they have to send Gyro top to deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions.
Yeah, and Gyro's really the only person who can be dealing with them.
And he takes a little break to Helmet Dominator.
Oh, Shadow Demon gets Shakiro. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see. Oh, look at the illusions! Just what they're doing to the enemy here. I mean,
You have
Silencer's
to-
literally running away from him. Oh, and it spawns another low health illusion.
So frustrating to play against illusions when they're so powerful.
Phantom
When you
Lancer
can't
gets
stand
a
and
Skull
fight.
Basher.
Illusions because they'll kill you.
Phantom Lancer has a Skull Basher. Interesting.
That is interesting. Wow.
I mean, obviously his illusions don't get the Skull Basher, but it is going to help against It is going to help against Weaver.
I would like to see him turn it into Abyssal like right now.
Oh, lot of damage.
Darkseer ulti goes down on 1, Gyrocopter ulti goes down on none.
Gyrocopter is going to pick up the Darkseer, but Phantom Lancer gets the Shadow Demon. Look at the damage coming out from the Silencer and the Weaver, or the
He's
Silencer and
probably gonna buy
Leshrac.
back,
Yeah, and he has to buy back. Undying's pretty much dead as well now. And I don't know. This is the fight. I mean, if they can't kill off everybody,
Ooh,
if they
there's
can't.
the cheese and the BKB, but it was a little close.
Oh, get the bash. Weaver, they don't have detection. Weaver is just going to be able to take this Rax.
That's Mega Creeps.
Yeah, and I mean, if they don't kill off Weaver right now, and they have to kill him off twice in order to get this, and he's going to just tank up and kill everybody. Look at the damage he's doing. Gets Jakiro, I mean, and he doesn't
Even
have
with
any
the
fear of
pipe.
death.
It just doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh. And Phantom Lancer is finally going to come over here. But again, no,
Deny the gem, Weaver,
and
deny
there's
the gem.
GG's called.
That was a good game.
Yeah. Oh, and he pops the Aegis.
Yeah, had the or use the Aegis.
Just watching the fight is very funny though.
Look at the crit from the illusion. So much damage.
Yeah, I mean obviously you gotta also the crit will come up as the same number as the Phantom Lancer, but
But it does 30%. Yeah.
yeah.
That's annoying. I was playing a Drow Ranger one time and I manted and I saw my illusions critting for like 1100 and I was like, holy shit.
Yep. But anyway, GG's has been called, and it seems like they've given up.
Yeah, I think so. There's not much you can do against Mega Creeps, even with the stacked Phantom Lancer.
No, and that was an interesting lineup that they had. I do have to say their three kind of like semi-carries worked out. And
It was a very well played game.
yeah, and I mean Weaver just played super well in that bottom lane against the tri-lane, and he managed to get up enough farm. Their roaming supports did exactly what you needed to do. And that's actually it's a very fun game to watch when you see something like that. Good execution of roaming supports is always a good thing to see.
Absolutely.
But anyways, guys, sorry about the sound issues that I had in Dota TV. That was my mistake. It is on the stream, though, in case you want to watch the beginning of it. I'm not exactly sure how about the quality, but it should be better. I'll post a link to it, or to anybody who wants to see it. It's twitch.tv/loopinconnu, LOUPINCONNU. All right, so that'll have that. It has my YouTube account connected to it, so you'll be able to get the VOD there. Anyways, thanks you all for watching, and we'll see you all for Game 2. Okay, bye.